Hello there, YouTube world. Right, it's the 5th of May 2021, and I thought I would make this video because I got it today. Right, obviously, because of the way that things have been, I went to the centre of the day, Livingston Shopping Centre. Other shopping centres are available in this island we call Britain, UK. So, I went to, well, mainly to HMV just to waste a bit of time before the bus came. But I've always wanted to get it, and today I'm going to review that. I've heard every song on it so far, because the story behind that is right. Tiny little bit expensive in my eyes, because it was £22.51 I think on Amazon, but it was out of stock, so I just thought I would treat myself and get it. Officially now the dearest vinyl record I've ever purchased. Second dearest was Elvis, then Essential Greatest Hits of Elvis Presley for I think it was £21.99, also at HMV in Livingston, but other HMVs in Britain are available. And today, for this proceeding, David Bowie, eat your heart out. R.I.P. Even though when I was really young, Michael Jackson, like when I was really young and I first got into music properly, Michael Jackson was my hero, but David Bowie is now, because for some reason it was more sad that David Bowie passed away than Michael Jackson. But I digress. Right, so Tears for Fears Rule the World Greatest Hits by a duo that started off in 1980, then had like arguments and riffs back in the late 80s about things, and then the one with the black long hair, he kept the name Tears for Fears, and in the very late 80s and mid 90s, until they got back together, he used the Tears for Fears name so that he could keep on releasing material. And that's when you get songs like Raúl and the King of Spain, because he's got some Spanish heritage in him, and he wanted to just go in that direction for a song and see what it would be like. And also, most of like the greatest hits that everyone would know about, like Everybody Wants to Rule the World, Shout, Mad World, they were the 80s, but this is a completely upgraded greatest hits, because when they got together they wrote a couple of other songs and then thought, oh, we'll release the greatest hits. See, the one with the black hair is the one that in the 90s kept the Tears for Fears band name and still released material. So technically, if you really want to put a final stamp on it, or say is it Tears for Fears? Yes, because of the name, but technically no, because it was only him in the band. But hey ho, just got to stick that onto there. I'll just be a minute. Right, how it came about that I got into the, well, still popular, but once even more bigger and grander, Tears for Fears duo 80s like dancing poppy sort of band. Last year at some point, my mother's husband was getting ready the iPod, and I thought, oh, what the heck, I'm not really into his type of music, but I just thought, well, didn't have to pay for it, and it's already got songs on it, and when I go on my morning walks, I think to myself, it's good to have something to listen to, and I thought, oh, I've heard the Tears for Fears before, and obviously Shout, Mad World, and Everybody Wants to Rule the World are the three that I grew up with. And then I just thought, well, let's see what the rest of them are like, and by God, I mean, Women in Chains, oh my God, never heard it in my life, but when I put it on and I was walking, and oh, just listen to Impact. It's one of the, well, in my opinion, certainly, it's one of my greatest duet songs ever. And then Head Over Heels, oh wow. Got sauce all over my boat race. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. Aye, it was because when I came back from Livingston Shopping Centre, other shopping centres are available, I had a tandoori chicken with Edam cheese and a baguette. So that's why I've got like orange stuff all over my boat race. But I went just mainly, to spend my £20 gift card voucher that I got for Christmas, but I didn't end up spending it because there's nothing I wanted. And then the second main reason was to get my hair cut. Could have took a tiny little bit more off of that bit from being pedantic, but compared to what it looks like, it's a masterpiece. Right, and anyway, as I was saying, right, so I just once thought to myself, well, how can I get into new music, or certainly music that I've not heard of before that's already existing? And I just love every single song. I mean, the only song that wasn't on that iPod that I got given was Mother's Talk, so I don't know how that sounds. But all the rest of them I've heard. But if I could only recommend 3 songs of theirs for you to have an entry level to get into, then it would be Everybody Wants to Rule the World, Head Over Heels, and Women in Chains. And if you listen to these 3 and you definitely don't like them because they're not your type of music, then you won't like the rest of their music. But I mean, obviously, like in the 2000s, a person done Mad World, and I mean, technically speaking, I mean, they are better, but that version just was better in my opinion. I mean, I really do like that, and it stands out on its own, but if I really had to choose, it would be the cover version. But I just love the impact of that front cover. I mean, basically, that's one of the best front covers that I've ever had on a vinyl record so far in my life. And I just think to myself sometimes, like, everybody wants to rule the world. You can't just lie down and listen to that, or stand and like listen to the lyrics. You need to like, it makes you walk faster, and it makes you go like that. Well, Mad World makes you go like that. But at first, I didn't like that version. I thought, oh, I remember the cover version, and I always thought the cover version was better. But they're both good in their own ways, but I just prefer the cover version. And Change and Stay, that was like ones that they wrote when they got back together, so they could release the greatest hits with some new material on it. No, and I Believe as well, I think, but didn't quote me on that. Closest Thing to Heaven, that's a Brown song. Shout's brilliant because that's one of their classics. I Love You But I'm Lost, classic. Sowing the Seeds of Love, classic. Advice for the Young at Heart, classic. Head Over Heels, classic. Women in Chains, classic. One of the greatest duet songs of all time, Women in Chains. I mean, when I properly got into it and I couldn't stop listening to it, I thought to myself, good God almighty, I've went so long without hearing Women in Chains. I mean, honestly, apart from Everybody Wants to Rule the World and Head Over Heels, Women in Chains is the best song I've ever done. I never will do. But basically and technically, if they were to never ever die and live for another 100 years, they 2 guys, they would never write a better song than Everybody Wants to Rule the World, Head Over Heels, or Women in Chains. There, I've said it. That was what they looked like when they brought out this album. But obviously, him had like slick hair with DJ on it, and he used to wear, well, in one video anyway, he wore glasses. But anyway, I would recommend Tears for Fears, Rule the World Greatest Hits Vinyl Record, which I purchased from HMV in Livingston Shopping Centre, and it was $29.99. I mean, if I'm being pedantic and being a bit like really honest and true to you, as I'm saying it now, $29.99 is a tiny little bit more than I would want to pay for it, but sometimes you just have to pay for quality, and it will be quality, and it is quality, because I know it's quality. Because, and to be honest, if I'm being truly honest, the main reason why I want it is because everybody wants to know the world, head over heels and moving the chains. There, I've said it. Again. I mean, basically for the price that I paid, $29.99, you would, you can see me in it. But anyway, I digress. It'd be better if it was colourful or had a picture there, like the front cover does. But if in the future as well though, when I go to meander around shops, and if I see Tears for Fears, I'm going to start collecting everything they've ever recorded. And because I just love them, they're so great. I mean, this year, right, well, last year as well, but mainly, no, in fact, well, last year and this year, I've got into Tears for Fears and Human League, but when I really broke them down and analysed them, Tears for Fears are 100 times better. But with Tears for Fears and Human League, you can't just lie down and relax and listen to them, because they've got such a beat that just makes you go, or that. They're just groovy, and I will do a Human League one in the future, even if I didn't have a CD or a vinyl record of that band. I'll just tell you what the music is like and stuff like that, because it's on that iPod. Right. Right, so I got my hair cut today. Didn't get anything off of that £20 gift card voucher, but my hair and this vinyl record is the highlight of that meandering trip to Livingston Shopping Centre. Other shopping centres are available, and other record stores are available, especially like the one in Southport. Keep supporting independent record stores, please, and vinyl records, and other forms of listening to the art form formerly known as music, and always known as music. I got that today as well, but I didn't really need to review that. I only review like the greatest ones that I've got. So, no to say that that's not going to be great, because it is, because it's only £3. I mean, what do you expect for £3? But, so, I also went to like a couple of other shops for a meander to pass the time away, because I got to the centre today at about probably 9:30, and left the centre at 11:30. So I wanted to just have a look in Asda and see what I could get off of my £20 gift card voucher. But next week I'll definitely get something off it. Right. I'm going to just pause you for a minute so I can do something. Just for the record here, but no pun intended. Definitely not. Right. In a previous video, and I'm thankful because no one hardly ever does it, but I got a comment saying that I should have. Oh wait there. Should maybe, well, probably just because maybe high standards, I suppose, or something, or being truthful in that moment. But one comment said that like my vinyl record player wasn't up to scratch, but like basically if I wanted to get like the best one, I would have to pay way over £200, and two of them combined weren't even £200, so I wouldn't want to pay that much. In the future I would, but not now, because as I speak to you now, I have one vinyl record player that I got as an entry level one just to see what it would be like, and that was $49.99, purchased from Studio Magazine. Other purchasing by